About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we... And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. The Cowboys at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mustang 19. Go, Reed, go.
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Cowboys are back within a score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run on first down. Grove. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On second down, they'll run it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. 4th down, Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is up to 15 now. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Big Lion. Cowboy 80.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll go play action. Howell. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Let's go.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Buffalo 18.
Now Howell. Touchdown Falcons. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Okay, ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hey, smash Bronco.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Howell from the gun. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Garibay on for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And the final number on next-gen stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Take off.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Come on, set.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are an extra point away from going up by 30. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the route is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mustang 19. Go check, go check. Check, check it. Let go.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
Hold it ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Grove, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
18, Pioneer.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Falcons extend their lead yet again. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the route is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Dragon 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next.
He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready up.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Second down. Howell now.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And the route is on here in this first half. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
70 rings, check, Bobcat. Go!
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He finds his man, complete. It's Mills. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Trap 60.
to throw now in his own end zone. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Street. Come 19.
Al now to throw it. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the middle, it's complete.
And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1.
Mustang 19.
He'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Falcons have got it on cruise control. Garibay on for the extra point.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Dragon 60.
He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Howe will throw it.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, check that, street.
Now a handoff up the middle. Grove. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Sam Howell scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. He's going to let it go again, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
79 Bronco. 70 range.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grove. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Falcons send out their... And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to something there.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and he fires one incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Mills. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Ready up. Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.